Ooh, welcome to a spooky edition of Tony Plays. I am your DM, Dan the Man, and with me today are the other horror movies in my DVD shelf. Starting with Tony. Welcome, Tony.
All right, you sandbagged me because I wasn't ready for a horror movie. Hi, everybody. My name is Tony, and I am, Evil Dead. I am Evil Dead on the shelf. I love
that movie so much.
Such a great series.
The first one, not the new one?
Honestly, they all hold up. The show is actually underrated because it was on Stars. It didn't get the recognition it deserved until it became available on Netflix.
Yeah, for instance, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. You never seen Evil Dead? Oh, watch it. It's so good.
Well, Alec, you're next. How about you?
Yeah, fuck, man. Finally, I don't have to go last. This is great. My name is Alec. I am playing a ranger. Yep, I always want to say hunter. I'm playing a ranger. Cool. Trick-or-treating. Gonna be fun. I don't know if Dan's mentioned that. It's Halloween episode. First holiday Tony Plays. First holiday thing. Horror movies. The Strangers. Probably one of my favorite movies. Where it's about a couple that goes on like a honeymoon or something, and they have another couple like fuck with them and try to kill them, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun.
And I'm Jared. I'm gonna be playing Santoon, human fighter today. I don't know if 7 falls in that because it's more of like a
I like that
suspense, but I really love 7. But if I had to pick a horror movie, I'd do, I guess, Cabin in the Woods, but it's more funny. I'm not a big horror guy.
That's a good one. That's a great pick.
That movie was an instant classic when it was made. I respect the choice.
Oh, such a good one.
Love that. I thought it was so good. Not what you expect going in. I was like, I'm gonna hate this. And then when I saw what it was, I was like, I'm gonna love this.
Yeah, I remember seeing that movie and it was the pivotal scene. I'm like, man, I wish this kept going. And it did. It kept going. Yeah, and that was the best part.
It did.
I just gotta add one more thing because I didn't say what I was playing. I am Benji, a Kenku sorcerer.
Love it.
Nice.
And if you couldn't tell, we are doing a spooky dookie session today. If you can tell by the...
Yeah, we're all taking shits.
All taking big old dookies in the spookies, if you know what I'm saying. No big rundown today. You know what to do. Follow us on all the socials. We post specific unique content on Instagram if you want really cool memes and photoshops that we make ourselves, actually. Patreon.com/DND404 if you want to support us. If you want to be in the know and how with D&D, Twitter, DNDpod404, and all the other social media platforms that are linked on our website. I think we have a link below. Click it. I think you'll have a good time.
Do it.
But I think it's time for the recap. Oh, just kidding, because it's a new one-shot. Take it away, intro.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is another episode of DND404.
Welcome back to Holbeck. You might remember Holbeck from our second Tony Plays episodes. Those were 2-parters, but we're only doing 1 part today, I promise. It is the Feast of the Moon in Holbeck. The sky is dark, the moon is full, and bats are flying all around in the sky. Teens can be heard shouting and causing mayhem on the streets, as many children are also walking around collecting their well-earned bags of candy. Now, we start our episode panning down from the sky on a humble little cottage as 3 young boys walk up to the house dressed in costumes. Tony, would you please describe your character?
Yes. So I am playing Benji, who is a Kenku sorcerer. He is a black feathered bird, but his beak is quite abnormally large. He didn't quite grow into it, so he kind of looks more like a toucan. And it's very heavy, so when he walks, he kind of walks with a sway as he's trying to constantly balance himself. And his Halloween costume is dressed as a plague doctor, because that's the only mask that he could find that could fit his enormous beak.
And what's your name again?
Benji.
Love it. And Jared, you're next. Please describe your character.
I thought I was last all this episode. I thought I had a whole nother thing.
Yeah, fuck. I guess I'm back to last, boys.
Actually, you're right. Alec, you go next. Take it away, Alec.
Okay, guys. My name is Trevor. I'm playing I am a half-orc. Of ruby red skin, approximately 5 or 4 feet, 5 inches tall. I do weigh 100 pounds though. In my Halloween costume is a centaur. So I'm wearing leg warmers that are fur, and since I'm not like rich or anything, the horse tail or the horse side is literally just stuffed with hay, and it kind of just drags behind me as I walk. And I'm a ranger, so it's pretty cool.
Next to you is your little human pal. Jared, take it away.
I'm playing a human fighter named Santoon. He likes to say his name a lot. He's a little bit bigger guy. And Halloween costume, I think he was gonna go as a professional wrestler. I don't know what it would be in this D&D. What would the fighter pits? He knows a guy in the fighter pits that likes to say his name a lot, so he says Santoon a lot. So
does he have a poster up in his bedroom?
yeah, and he's got ribbons on his biceps, but he's
Oh, famous Kambuki fighter pit, the fighter.
Yes, there you go.
The fighter
who rises among the champion.
He's the cream of the crop.
Now, you three are walking up to this house. You've already gone through quite a long night of trick-or-trolling in the town of Holbeck. Standing at the edge of the dirt sidewalk, waiting very patiently for you, is your babysitter for the night, a teen human.
Oh my god.
A teen human named Anson. He's just waiting patiently. He does shout out to you. Don't forget, we only have about maybe hour and a half left. I gotta get you guys home, okay?
Shut up, dweeb.
Anson is talking to us again. Go away.
You're lucky I'm getting paid well for this. Just hurry it up.
Yeah, Anson, you mind if we just lie a little bit? We can stay out like an extra 15,
No, sorry, I get docked pay if I'm home late, so.
What sucks to suck. Sounds like a you problem.
Go up to the door, guys. Go get your candy.
Is this like a rundown cottage, or is this just another?
No, this is just a normal, humble cottage. You're on a street. There are lots of kids running around, screaming, teenagers causing mayhem, some parents out with their kids, doing their thing.
Okay, guys. Hey, Trevor, you want to take this one?
Yeah, I'll go first, guys. And I kind of like waddle as I walk with just my horse legs just dragging behind me.
You do hear in the distance of the house, "Oh, yes, coming. I'll be there soon."
I swear to God, if this place doesn't have big candy bars, I'm actually gonna be fucking pissed.
I heard this guy gives out full-size candy bars.
Come back and egg this guy's fucking house.
About 30 seconds go by. All right, I'm almost there. Give me a second.
Oh my God, this person reminds me of my grandma.
This is one of the weirdos that gives out copper.
15 seconds go by, and an old lady slowly, shakily opens the door. "Oh, what are you today? We have a bird dressed as a bird. We've got a human, and
I'm a centaur, obviously, and I turn and I smack her, or I almost smack her with the legs.
Aren't you a feisty one? Well, here you go." She shakily reaches over, picks up a bowl, shaking her whole body. "Here's an apple for you. An apple for you. These are healthy, by the way. And an apple for you. Have a wonderful night, kiddos."
Where's the candy?
You have something else? It's just too tough to chew with my large beak.
"Ah, that's right. These days are bleak. Have a nice one." She slowly closes the door.
Yep, I'm getting the eggs.
Jodes, if you egg the house, you're getting grounded. I'm not going to lie about that to your parents. I get paid extra if I, kind of tell on you, so.
Oh, he's talking to us again.
Yeah, that's so weird. I don't remember talking to you, Anson.
All right, guys, come on, let's go to the next house, all right? He walks slowly behind you as you trot along to the next house. You do get to one more house on this block. This is just another humble, cottage-looking house. They're all kind of the same houses. And as you're kind of strolling up to the other house, you do see Enhana, an elf girl, same age as Anson. Go up to Anson. You do know that this is his girlfriend, and they start talking to each other.
When I see her walk up, I lick my hand and I just comb my mohawk of hair, and I try to put it directly behind me.
Oh, Trevor, you definitely got shot, dude.
Fucking can't believe she's with Anson. What a fucking dweeb.
Wait, what dweeb, dude?
As they're talking, you do see her brushing her hair aside as she talks to Anson. and just kind of like twirling her hair.
I try to take off my Nerf bow and arrow, and I just kind of like try to act really cool with it, but I look really dumb.
She looks over at you and gives you like the sweetest like, oh hi, like hi guys, and
I
she waves at
instantly
you.
blush and turn away from her.
Oh my God, Trevor, she said hi to you.
Shut up, dude! You're seriously embarrassing me, dude. It's so dumb.
And you can go up to the door if you like.
Hey, Santu, why don't you take this one? And I'm adjusting my Plague Doctor mask.
Yeah, Santu.
All right, I got it. I walk up to the door and pound to try to also show off and make sure that the elf girl can hear me. I pound it really hard and then like look over my shoulder to make sure that they saw.
She does another cute, dainty wave, like, oh, cute kids. As you walk up to the house, you do hear like bumping lute music and like some satyr just going. You literally see him in the window going, shaking around, doing some dances. And some guy like opens the door, just some like, 30-year-old human answers the door. Is like, hey, what's going on? Yeah, oh, what's up? Yeah, is this, oh yeah, I forgot what day it was. Hey, here you go. Have what the fuck do I have here? He just reaches into a bowl on the side and just throws a bunch of silver pieces in your bag. He's like, all right, have a good one, kids. Shang time. And he goes back to a big night of drinking.
Yo, we just scored a silver.
Woo. Okay, that's honestly probably some of the coolest stuff we got all night.
I take a bite of the silver to make sure it's like legit, and I almost choke on it.
I said we try to go in this place. It sounds like it's kind of fun. Guys, I think she'd be pretty impressed if we just walked in and acted like all fucking cool.
Give me a stealth check with disadvantage.
Come on, dude, we gotta get some more candy bars. We're out of time. What a schedule here.
That is a 17.
Ooh, so close, but no dice, no pun intended. As you turn around and you try and sneak your way in, all of a sudden you feel a hand on the back of your shirt.
What?
And Anson is now lifting you into the air.
Oh man, that's so embarrassing.
You might hate this, but he actually is a ranger.
Oh my god, dude.
Like a junior ranger training to be like part of the like guards in this town. He lifts you up. He's like, all right, hey, I'm not letting you get away that easy. Come on, back to trick or trolling. Get over there. And he kind of kicks you a little bit. And you do hear Enhana go, oh, come on. Come over here, guys. We're going to have a good time, aren't we? Why don't you want to hang out with me?
I sway. I lean one way.
Just instantly blush, and I like try to trot.
I just sit there dead staring at her like,
As you kind of go back to Enhana, two kids you know from school come up, like trotting around. There's another orc named Kinnaman that you know, and goes, oh, hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, what's up?
What's up, dude?
Oh, Candyman. What's up, man?
Yo, whoa. You guys get anything good tonight? Let me see your bag.
Yo, stay the fuck out of my business, dude. What do you get? You get anything good? I like try to hide my silver, so I like try to cover it with my candy. I like shake my bag to get it to fall to the bottom.
We were just at this house actually, and they gave us like a whole ass health potion. It was crazy. The guy just like didn't know what he was doing, and they gave us health potions. Isn't that nuts?
What, dude? That's no way. Can I see it?
Well, we can do tradesies later at school. Tomorrow, tradesies. You know how we do.
Yo, just show me, man. I like headbutt him with my beak.
Just show us, dude.
And the other girl, what's her name? the other kid, a half elf, Shelamy, goes, yeah, we got like health potions from this house. We got some those little truffle cakes from Mr. Boxer's house down the way. We were thinking of going to the haunted house over on Belmont Street, but I'm a little too scared for that.
Yeah, no way. You're not going to Belmont Street.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just a house.
I mean, I heard that Mr. Berguck gives out like really big candy bars, but you have to give a lot of blood. Like, you gotta give him a blood sacrifice
in order to get the candy bars and swear yourself to a demon.
And you do hear the other kid, the orc Kinnaman, go,
No, it's not even the truth. There's just a bowl there. He leaves a bowl there every year. And when you reach in, a bear trap chomps your hand off. It's nuts.
Yo, no way.
The house is super haunted, guys. But I heard they have huge candy bars.
No way.
I mean, I'll fucking go. I think that sounds fucking cool. Yo, Sammy, what do you think? You want to go?
I like,
you do hear Anhana speaks up and she goes, oh man, oh my gosh, is that Mr. Berguck's house? Yeah, I remember him giving out huge candy bars when we were kids. And then Anson steps in and is like, oh babe, don't tell them that. I want to get home at a reasonable time. But it's true.
Guys, did you hear that? She said that they got good candy. We gotta
no,
go.
It's true, but
Yeah,
like,
come on, Anson, be cool for your life just once, man.
babe, why? Why do you do this to me, babe?
Dobby, if Anne Hathaway says he's giving out full-size candy bars, you gotta go.
I mean, how about this, Anson? Why don't you go home and then she can take us?
Oh, I would love to, but, I forgot to tell you. By the way, I'm gonna meet up with Kale and Dimmer. They said they're going to Buddy's house to, she looks at you kids and goes to, tackle an air elemental. And she winks at Anson.
Wait, oh my god, my mind just blown. Is this the same girl as the from the last one shot?
No, this is just
Dimmer's so
a friend of. I love those guys.
God, Buddy always smells weird.
I always honestly heard Kale's the coolest because he's just like kind of, you know.
And Anson's like, all right, guys, I'll take you to the haunted house, but if we're going to Berguck's house, that's the last house we're going to. Understood?
Oh yeah, let's go.
I literally roll my eyes as heavy as I can, and I just go,
Fine, dude, Jesus.
I'll see you later, Anhana. And he kisses Anhana, and she just walks away.
Ryan, Hannah.
All right, kids, let's get going. So he leads the way, but you probably very quickly kind of push him around and get to the front, and he just reluctantly follows behind as you all walk through the streets. As you walk through the streets, you see less and less houses. You start to see more and more woods, and you do finally get to the end of one block where there's kind of a deep path going through the woods. And you do know this to be Berguck's house. I don't know if there's anything you want to do before you walk up to Berguck's house, but you are now at the entrance of the woods.
I'm like just looking around because once again my beak is so large, my eyes haven't fully developed to like in front of my face, so I have to like constantly turn to the side.
Benji, why are you side-eyeing me right now?
What? And I hit him with my beak as I turn.
Behind you do hear Anson go, come on guys, what are you scared? Ooh.
Is it implied that Anson's gonna stay here while we go up to the house, or is
No, he's since it's through the woods, he's not gonna let you just go through the woods on your own, you know?
Damn. Thought we were gonna ditch the nerd.
All right, come on, guys. Let's get to it. I want to be back home soon, okay? I gotta go take care of some greenery.
He's the worst.
Fine, dude. Anson, dude, you literally suck sometimes, man.
and I just slowly walk up.
I walk behind Anson, and you know when someone's behind you and they kick your foot as you picked it up? So I'm kicking it up to make him like walk weird. And I'm like,
All right, get in front of me, dickhead. And he pushes you guys to the front.
Now mom used bad word.
You've been using bad words all night. I'll tell her the same thing. Who's she gonna believe, huh?
Fuck you, Anson.
And I turn around and just waddle back up.
Snitch.
So you walk through the woods. It's not too far to the house, but as you walk, the houses disappear. The road does wind, so you can't actually see where the path ends anymore. And you do make it to the fence that is in front of Old Man Berguck's house. It is overgrown within the fence that kind of guards the yard. The fence is only in the front part of the house. It doesn't go around the house in any way. It's overgrown with bushes and weeds and wheat, and the house has broken glass and it's rickety. But you do see like jack-o'-lanterns on the steps glowing with candles in it. You do see that someone put like jack-o'-lanterns on the scarecrows that are in the wheatgrass, and it looks like creepy but almost themed.
awesome. They're ready for us. I'm going for it.
Everybody make me a perception check.
Just kidding. I'm not going for it anymore.
Not a difficult one, don't worry.
I got an 8.
I got a 19.
You kind of peer through the weeds, and kind of tucked in the back corner of the step, you see a bowl of huge candy bars.
Oh.
And there's a sign behind the bowl, kind of nailed into the house, that says, "Take in undercase 1" in all caps. Like, take 1. And they left a bowl out. Someone left a bowl out on the front
Typical.
seat.
You guys see that?
I say we take the whole fucking thing. No one actually only takes one piece, Benji. We take the whole thing, dude. We literally just walk out there and we just put all of them in our bag.
Real life?
Guys, I got an idea. I go up to the candy bowl and I take my one piece, and then what I do is I take the apple that I got before and I go to replace it.
You try to pull an Indiana Jones, bro?
I do it.
Give me a dexterity saving throw. No.
I was ready to go.
So you all walk up to the stoop. Anson does come up with you. He's like, "I've been through a rough night, so I deserve a candy bar." And he comes up to grab a candy bar with you guys.
Yeah, I think Trevor is a huge piece of shit. I think he's going to try to pour all the candy bars into his bag.
I go first.
Yeah, you put the apple, like, very gingerly. Nothing happens, but there's now an apple in the bowl.
Yeah.
Benji, you take one or what?
I thought I'd take it all, boy.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was gonna take it, and then what I'll do is I'll just give you some.
All right, go do it, tough guy. And I, like, use my wing to, like, nudge him.
Okay, fine. I will.
And I kind of timidly just walk up and I grab the whole bowl and I try to pour it all in my bag.
You pour the candy bars in your bag,
Let's get fucked. I win.
and they all fall to the bottom of your bag, and now the bowl is empty.
Yes.
Sweet. And we leave. And
Benji,
that's
I
the end of the
told you.
show. Hey, high fiving.
All of a sudden, after you pour the candy bars into your bag,
A boulder comes running after us.
you see the sign kind of shake a little and fall onto the ground. You feel a tremble, and the floorboards underneath you, almost like a piano, kind of like do a underneath you. And it seems like that's all that happened. And Anson's kind of like, "Whoa, what the fuck? Hey, everybody okay? You guys good?
Yeah, Anthony.
Why'd you have to do that, man? Why'd you take the whole, like, there are other kids that are gonna want to come here and take a candy bar."
Yeah, I mean, but dude, I'm 12 years old, dude. I need more candy than them.
Yeah, okay. And as you're talking, behind you, you do hear a little whoosh, and something drops. In fact, you hear 2 more drops.
Can I look around to try to see like where it's coming from?
Yeah, everybody can give me a perception check.
You know, Benji needs to be careful where he's looking. Hitting people with that beak.
That's a dirty 20.
8.
23. It was perfect 20.
Anson's concerned with Benji. Benji, you fall down after, like, the porch shakes. He's like, whoa, Benji, you good? You good, buddy? And he, like,
My beak is stuck in the plank. Like,
come here. As you're doing that, the two of you, Santoon and Trevor,
Oh shit.
you turn around and you see the scarecrows drop.
Sammy, did you just see that?
Mm-hmm.
And you also see, with a dirty 20 and a 20, what did you get?
Well, he got a nat 20 plus his
Nat 20?
like,
Jeez.
yeah.
With a
Yeah.
nat 20, you start to notice every fence post start to shake and pop out of the ground.
fences don't do that.
Anson looks around and he's like, "What's going on? Hey, where'd those scarecrows go?"
Anson,
They fell.
the posts are coming up.
Yeah, everything is sinking into the ground, Anson.
As you're talking and panicking a little, you see this lanky, decrepit, scarecrow, bipedal creature creep out from the weeds. It's staring right at you, just kind of...
Oh shit.
is staring you down. Whoa, hey, buddy. And Anson starts to kind of push you guys back, and he's like, "Hey, guys, stay here." And he pulls out his sword. He does have a short sword. He's like, whoa, hey, buddy, we don't want any trouble, okay? Calm down here. That's a good, convincing costume, I gotta say. And Anson does start walking towards these scarecrow creatures.
Benji's gotta be freaking out right now.
I'm low-key allergic to straw.
Are you guys doing anything, or are you just watching?
I'm slowly backing up because I want to get away from that thing as possible.
Yeah, you start going back up to the stoop. When you go back up to the stoop, you realize that the door is now open.
But I can't get up the stoop because my horse legs are stuck on the step behind me. So I can't. I'm like trying to walk backwards, but I'm realizing I'm like stuck on the steps.
Anson looks back at you. He goes, all right, guys, stay calm, okay? It's just a prankster. You know how this goes. I was a young teen, too, once. And he's like 17. I was a young teen, too. All right, come on, buddy. And the scarecrow starts getting closer and closer. It's like... And as Anson gets close, he kind of turns to you and is like, guys, see, it's okay. It's just a stupid prankster. And as he does that, waving his sword at you guys, you see this scarecrow lean down and with a swift, it takes a bite and everything goes silent.
It took a bite of what?
You don't see what happens. And then all of a sudden, Anson turns to the scarecrow. He turns around in horror and says, kids, run. And you see that his wrist, from his wrist to his hand, has been completely bitten off. Run! And you, as that happens, you see all the fence posts pull all the way out. And these 6-foot wide fence post mimics start towering over the brush and start walking towards you.
Oh shit.
What are you guys doing?
My beak goes instantly up in the air as I try to balance it. I turn around, I run inside the house.
I go, Sammy, hold this. And I toss him my bag of candy and I run in behind.
Oh my gosh.
Run!
I take the can. I make sure to grab the candy and run inside as well.
Scramble! And I'm running.
These creatures, as you start to run, start rushing towards you. The fences start growling at you. The 3 scarecrow creatures start going and start rushing at you as Anson starts to run at you, hopefully getting into the house. The 3 of you make it into the house, no problemo. And the first thing you see when you run into the house are 2 hallways, one your left, one your right. The one on the right is just this empty, looming hallway. The one on the left is covered with this disgusting smelling, sticky substance. And in front of you are probably 30 to 40 dry bone skeletons. You hear Anson screaming. He dashes and flies into the house. Right as he flies into the house and closes the door, I'm gonna need everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw.
That's a 22.
Oh, that's a 3.
14.
I got a natural 1.
What's you're a sorcerer? Is there anything?
Yeah, I take out my inhaler. I don't even move. I just take out my inhaler and I just.
So, oh my God, Tony. So, Trevor and Santoon, you realize what's happening. You guys have had the best perception ever. You realize that the house starts rumbling again. And when you look down, the floorboards start to splinter open in a circle from the center. And when you look down, you see this giant, gaping, acidic maw that splinters open with giant porcelain teeth, almost like a blender of a mouth.
This is not good.
Benji and Anson fall towards the acid.
Later, nerds.
I'm trying to flap, but I'm a flightless bird.
So you do catch, so the first throw is just to stay up, but you do catch hold of like a floorboard that's kind of hanging between 2 teeth and you see the same thing happens to Anson. Luckily for you, you are really close to Trevor. So we're not going to roll initiative, but essentially you're going to take actions as you like to try and help people if you can. You're going to make another dexterity saving throw to get yourself out of this scenario.
Okay.
If someone comes over and helps you, you'll make that with advantage.
Trevor,
Yeah.
take the bag of candy. And I try to lug my satchel full of candy up.
Okay, yeah, sure, I'll catch it. Grab my legs.
And I turn around and I stick my horse legs out for him to like try to grab onto before he falls.
All right, so I'll make it with advantage.
Yeah, and then are you doing anything, Santoon?
I guess I'll save Anson.
Oh, okay. I got 17.
Oh, 17, nice. So you get out fine as Trevor pulls you out with his horse legs out onto the wood. And then Santoon, you're going to go over to Anson. Guys, help! And he does have one hand because his other one got bitten off.
Yeah, don't
As
give
you're
me your
trying
stub.
to give me your stuff, Benji, no, not Benji, Santoon. As you go over to try and help Anson up, you see these 3 spiky tongues come out from the center of this maw and go thwack, 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 and go right into the back of Anson.
Ooh.
So since you're helping him, he's not going to do this with disadvantage, but he has 3 tongues in his back that are going to cause a negative 6 to his roll to get out. Help! What are you saying as you try and get Anson out of this mouth?
I gotcha. That's all I can think.
Thanks, buddy. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna get you out of here. Ah! And he gets pulled back into the acid and immediately dissolves into a skeleton. And the mouth closes shut and you go prone onto the floor. You are now in this empty house. The door was locked by Anson when he came in, and you hear these as these things are kind of looking through the windows trying to see if they can get you.
I don't know why you guys decided to take all the candy. That was such a horrible idea.
I don't think Anson's gonna have us home by curfew.
I don't know. I'm gonna explain this to my mom. What are we gonna say?
Mom's gonna be pissed.
So everything's kind of, I don't want to say died down, but we're like at a moment where we can look around, right?
Yeah, you have a moment to look around. You do feel small rumbles under your feet.
Okay.
Everybody make a raw intelligence check real quick.
Oh God,
fuck.
really? We're all just the dumbest people ever.
I shouldn't have done it.
Are you
I
really?
got a 7.
I got a 17.
That's actually going to do it. So Benji, being one of the most cautious people in the group, you're worrisome in general. You realize that the second you step foot in here is when that mouth opened up, and that you should probably mind your footing. You should probably maybe walk a little slower around.
Hey, Sammy. I would have come over this way if I was you.
When you speak loud like that, you do hear a light rumble under the floorboards.
I don't think you should come over here. You might get the house, might get hungry again.
How far are we from Sammy?
Yeah, like 30, 40 feet.
Okay, so I can't stick my tail out at him. Fuck, it's too far. Gosh, guys, I don't really know what to do. I think what we could do is...
As you start speaking, you hear a rumble come again. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And all of a sudden, the mouth opens up again, parting your ways once more. And you hear a giant... And you see the skeleton of your babysitter go flying into the pile by the fireplace. And it closes back up.
This could all be like, really good CGI or something. I don't know.
I turn at Trevor's remark so fast that I hit him with my large beak. And I'm like, Trevor.
I don't know, man. I'm freaking out right now. I don't know why you took so much candy.
I'm on the other side just mouthing what the fuck to them, but like just trying to keep every shout in.
Okay. Trevor kind of like collects himself for a second and he does like sign language, like like he like puts his finger over his mouth to like just tell everyone to shut up, and then he like signals to Sammy to like slowly walk towards us.
I flick him off. I tell him to come over to me.
and then I look at him. I like point to me, and then I point to Benji, and then I hold up the number 2, and then I point to him, and I hold up the number 1, and then I point back to him, and I point back to me to say, like, there's 2 of us over here. There's one of you over there. You come to us.
Wait, I got an idea. Okay, what if we try this? Shut up. So I go in my bag of candy, take out a couple of pieces of loose candy, be like, we always get these every year. We never eat them, so I guess we can use them as like little rocks, right? And I take out candy corn and I chuck them across the floor to see
What the fuck? That's good shit.
like aggravates the house, I guess, to see if I throw them, like how much noise or how irritated it gets, to see if it reacts to it.
Where do you throw it?
Like I skip it like a rock across the room to where Sammy is.
Whoa.
Yeah, I take the bag Sammy gave me and I search for snow caps, and I do the exact same thing.
Okay, man, all right.
The entire time I'm doing big horizontal things with my arms, being like, stop it, throw them in the middle. Don't throw them over here.
So you skip it like a rock over towards Santoon. And as you skip it, you hear rumbles and the floorboards kind of creak and elevate following the skipped rock. And as the rock slows and falls by Santoon's feet, you see the floorboards come up, almost like a tremor, if you've ever seen Tremors, and bites the candy corn in like a wooden tremor insect creature, and then goes slowly back into the floorboards.
I'm visibly pale as can be.
So what I want to do is I want to take rope, I want to tie it to the end of one of my arrows, and I want to shoot it across the room over where Sammy is, so then we can use it as a rope, so if the floor encloses again, then he can like hold on to the rope and not fall in.
Just roll to hit. As long as you get above a 6, nothing too crazy will happen to Santoon here.
What the fuck? This is bullshit.
That's a dirty 20.
Nice. So you take it out, you tie a rope to your arrow. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, exactly.
And you...
I cover my head.
Now, I will say this is like a kid arrow, so it's one of those suction cup things at the end. So like I like shoot it and it like sticks to the wall.
You stick it to the wall. It goes like right next to Santoon again, and it hits the wall, and the same thing happens, and a big mouth goes and eats and like cuts the arrow in half and goes back into the wall.
Oh, see the walls.
As you kind of stand there in complete fear of the scenario you now find yourself in, you do kind of start to hear like magical glowing, shimmering magic of some kind. And you do notice now that your eyes start to adjust in the darkness, maybe of dark vision, that over in this pile of skeletons are various artifacts. And clearly heroes have come to try and figure out the mystery of Berguck Manor and have fallen, to the trap. And you see many items, possibly magical, in the pile of skeletons.
Let me try one more thing. I want to take 2 pieces of candy and I want to throw them towards each corner of the entrance at the same time. So one in the left corner, one in the right corner of the entrance where we just came in, to see if they both get killed or if only one of them does. Like, so if it's like one thing that's doing this, or if it's maybe multiple things, or if it's just...
Yeah. And this might actually be like a nice way to hide your movement if you kind of go over the skeletons
That's
stealthily.
what I was thinking. Yeah.
So it'll kind of give you I really like that idea. It'll give you some information, and it'll hide your footsteps a little bit as you shuffle lightly across the floor. Yeah, so you do that, and as you do that, you immediately see when they land, the same thing happens, tremors as the floorboards creak and go up like a wave towards the candy and snatch them up on either corner of the entrance. Make me a stealth check. A group stealth check as you walk towards the skeletons.
Oh no.
That is an 18.
I have disadvantage to stealth.
I got 24.
Well, I got a 19 on one roll, but on my other one, I got an 8. I have to take an 8.
All right, don't worry, it's a group stealth check, so good thing your friends are stealthy because they help you out there.
Hey.
As you kind of walk to meet in the center, you're about to trip over yourself over like a skeleton hand, and as you do that, I think like Trevor catches you on the back of your armor and keeps you from falling.
Squid Game style.
In front of you are various wondrous items, some could say. The things that catch your eyes, and you each kind of see things that look cool to you individually. For you, Santoon, you see a shining silvery sword with a blue gem in it, and on the hilt, the handle has like, where the hilt is, are almost like angel wings. And on the right side, you also see a shining, glimmering silver shield. Trevor, what catches your eyes over one of the skeletons is a shining, shimmering, dark green cloak. And there's also a shining scimitar.
Damn, this is fucking rad.
Benji, what catches your eye is this sparkling, glimmering, beautiful, probably elven-looking chainmail, you could say. And then next to it is a floating little stone with runes on it.
Wow. Is this like we pick one or the other?
Yeah, this is it. Two things are calling to you, but you tell me which is more enticing.
I think the fucking cloak looks sick. I'm definitely gonna try to get that thing.
Okay.
The sword. I want the sword.
And Benji?
It was a floating rock, right? Like a floating stone.
Yeah, it's a floating rock.
Oh, rock. And I like walk towards, the mythical floating stone.
Cue the cutscene as each of your faces come up on the screen, wide-eyed and wondrous. And as you pick up these items, Benji with the stone, Trevor with this, like sweeping the cloak around on his shoulders, and Santoon pulling up this angelic sword above his head. All of a sudden, shining light comes down upon each of you, and you hear this big blast of energy throughout the house. The whole house rumbles, and for a second, the mouth opens again as you all feel yourself burst with magical energy. That's really the only way you can explain it, is it feels like you just had the biggest adrenaline rush of your life. The light fades away, the house kind of goes back to normal, the mouth closes, and you're standing there with the items, and everything feels normal.
Guys, I think I just hit puberty.
As you say that, you look over at Trevor, and he is now this lean, like 6 foot tall, like ranger orc with an 8-pack and with like 45-degree angle delts. And he is a full-on adult now.
I told you guys I was fucking ripped. It's just underneath my fat. Jesus.
Well, you don't see this yet. What do you say, Santoon, as you look over?
Who the fuck's that guy? Who's this?
And I will give you a moment of like role play, you know?
So we're like adults now?
You're a sorcerer, right? You're actually, each of you tell me what the jacked, like adult version, like your ideal self would look like, and explain that.
Benji, why don't you take it away?
So when you look over at Benji, you see that he actually grew into his beak a little bit, but he's very hunched over, kind of like he now looks like a plague doctor, and he's very hunched over. He's lanky. His dark feathers are busting through his robes, and in the center part, like right underneath his beak, his eyes have adjusted to more of the center of his head now, so he doesn't have to constantly side eye everybody. And his voice gets a little bit deeper, but still squawky. He goes, "Whoa, Trevor, look at you."
What are you guys talking about?
Like, and I look down, and then just like I can actually see my feet, because I'm not pudgy anymore. And I was like, I just hit the right type of puberty, just lean, cut,
and I'm just like, what?
and I'm just kind of turn around, but I still somehow am like attached to the horse legs. And like I just kind of like hit the skeletons, and as I'm like moving around, like looking at myself, and then I look at Sammy to see like what happened to him.
Yeah, Sammy lost all the fat that he had on him. His little things around his muscles has bursted and now are just ribbons on the ground because his muscles grew so big. Out of his costume and just looking like a big buff barbarian at this point.
When you look over at the pile of skeletons, the skeletons are still there, but you do see that all the other wondrous items must have dissipated in the blast. You actually see some kind of dissipating and turning into embers and floating off into like the air. And I'll tell you what each of you grabbed. Benji, you picked up the Stone of Great Luck.
Ooh.
You get +2 on all of your ability checks and saving throws.
Oh, Stone of Great Luck, you said?
It's going to be Stone of Good Luck, but I just changed it so it's +2 instead of +1. So just keep that in mind.
Gotcha. Awesome.
Trevor, you've picked up the Cloak of Elvenkind.
Oh, shit.
While you wear this cloak with its hood up, wisdom perception checks made to see you have disadvantage, and you have advantage on dexterity checks made to hide.
Oh man, you got dumber.
And then Santoon, you have received a dancing sword. As you hold this sword in your hand, you let go for a second and it actually floats in the air in front of you and kind of like goes upright, almost like it's looking at you and nods at you in recognition. You all have attuned to these things without a problem immediately. No need to worry about attuning or any of that stuff. Basically, as a bonus action, you can cause this weapon to float and also attack things and move 30 feet in the air. So, as you're all staring in awe at these new wondrous items and crazy new bodies that you just acquired, you do start to hear the house begin to moan again and tremble. Behind you, Benji, to the left and right of Trevor and Santoon, you begin to hear those floorboards creak, and morphing out of the rotting wood come 3 little creepy, spindly wooden mimics.
Oh, shit.
Everybody roll initiative. And take out your level 11 character sheets.
Hey.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, baby.
I just rolled initiative of a 25.
16.
That's literally perfect and my +5.
I got an 11.
Oh my god.
So Santoon, as these mimics arrive all around you, you can now take the first action.
Okay, so there's the one closest to me. I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna smack it.
All right, do your thing.
I got a 16 to hit.
Yeah, 16 will do it. Roll all your attacks. If you're doing multiple attacks, just roll all those first, and then we'll do the damage after.
So then my next hit is a 23.
Hits.
And then my next one is a 26.
Also hits. And are you doing your bonus action attack on this turn, or are you using it to use your dancing sword to make it float?
I'm gonna use it to make it float.
All right.
And it does attack when I make it float, right? It says, when you do so, the sword begins to hover and flies for 30 feet and attacks one creature of your choice.
Oh, really? That's amazing.
Hell yeah. So I'm doing that. Hey! I got a 21 anyways. Blah!
So roll all your damage as this mimic is like...
So I'm going in there just... Wah, 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 wah. Okay, so I attack with my dancing sword a bunch of times, and then I throw it, and it begins to fly and hits again. So it does 6, 13, 12, and then 5 points of damage.
For a total of 36. My God, what an amazing first hit.
Stop guessing that.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I moved, I attacked, I did a bonus action. I don't think I can do anything else.
Yeah, so this mimic that's really close to our boy Trevor is going to go for a multi-attack. Does an 18 and a 12 hit.
One of them does, yes.
Yeah, so it goes and bites you for 7 damage as it's kind of drooling, weirdly drooling out of the splinters. And it bites you. Like right in the leg is gnawing on you. And then it's going to move to Benji's turn.
Benji is freaking out as he sees this like splinter mimic and he doesn't realize how much power he has just yet. He's like, oh guys, can somebody help me? I'm gonna... And when he goes to caw, and as he caws, he casts magic missile at 3rd level.
Perfect. Yep. Roll. Those just automatically hit.
Those
Right?
automatically hit, so it's going to be, I'll tell you what the number
Yeah,
is.
tell me the damage. And obviously roll a wild magic surge to see if you surge.
That's going to be 9 points of damage total.
Yeah, nice.
When I got a 14 on my wild magic surge.
You feel these magical spores and sparks of sunlight surround you as you throw these missiles. What do your magic missiles look like, Tony?
They look like purple arcane bolts mixed with some green in there.
Nice. And those go whistling through the air, and they and you see splinters fly off the mimics, and they all go and freak out. And you do see the one that's near Trevor is looking really splintered, like he's half the size. It's half the size that it was before. And then it's gonna go to Trevor's turn. Take it away, you big boy.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that kind of fucking hurt. But you're really, really lucky. I stole this from my stepdad.
And I turn around and I unzip the top of like my horse legs where like all the hay was stuffed in.
Yeah.
And I pull out a morning star. And I just turn around and I just fucking try to beat this fucking thing's ass real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
And that's a 26 to hit.
And do you have multiple attacks?
I have 3, yeah.
Yeah, so do those 3 attacks and
22 and so 26, 22, 23.
Yeah, I'll hit.
26 damage.
Total.
Yes.
You swing down on this thing and cut it down to about a half a foot, and you see this tiny mimic looking up at you, still going as you smack splinters across the wall. And they kind of go shing, 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 all around in a silhouette around Santoon.
There you go.
Oh, he's there.
And do you have any bonus actions you'd like to do?
Like, yes, I probably should have done Hunter's Mark before.
You can do it now, though.
Can I add the damage on top of it?
No, because you forgot.
Fuck. Well, then I cast Hunter's Mark on the one in front of Sammy.
What do you say as you're looking at that one?
I say, I'm coming for you next, bucko. And then I just fucking I slam the morning star in my hand a few times. Like I'm just going to beat that one's ass too.
Awesome. So a wisp of energy flies out of your morning star and goes and kind of lights up, and you in your mind see almost like a floating glowing energy over the splintery mimic. And the mimic you just marked goes like and gets confused, but then kind of gets its wits about it and is going to do a multi-attack on Santoon. Ooh, not looking good.
That's me.
7 and a 22.
I got 17, so only 1 hits.
Okay, 1 hits for 10 damage. As it gnaws, this one also gnaws on you. And the splinters, you get like splinters in your leg.
I just look at it like, that's it, bro? That's it?
Yeah, this should hurt more, but in your big body, you're feeling pretty good.
Make sure you pull those out. Splinters can lead to decay and disease. And then you're gonna need antibiotics.
I got some tweezers, I think, in my backpack if you need to get those out.
Guys, I've hit puberty. This is nothing to me.
And then the one next to Benji is going to go for a normal bite attack. Does an 18 hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yep, so that's going to do 10 piercing damage and 2 acid damage as you see some of the saliva drip into the splinters and it bites you. All right, it's going to go back up to Santoon. Santoon, take it away.
Get him, Sammy.
The thing that bit me, as it's gnawing on my leg, I just down thrusting with all my attacks right on what I think is its face. 25.
So that hits.
20.
That will also hit.
10.
Oh, that does not hit.
And then the last one will be the dancing sword while it's in the air. 16?
And that'll hit.
Woo!
So you get 2 swings on this splintery beast as your sword comes around and you miss, but then the sword actually hits into your sword back into the splinter beast.
Yeah.
And give me that damage, please.
So it'd be 8, 12, and 9.
Kind of similar to the beast that Trevor is fighting. You like chop it up like sashimi, and the splinters kind of go and kind of fly into the ground and then morph back into the ground. But this thing looks tiny. This thing is tiny and looking up at you like, "Ugh." And the one next to Trevor is going to lash out its spiky tongue onto his leg. Does a 22 hit?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so it's going to hit you for 6 points of damage as its splintery tongue gets stuck in your heel.
Okay, that's it. I'm gonna fucking kill it.
Benji, take it away.
I'm going to cast Magic Missile again.
Yep.
And then I'm also going to use my Sorcerer ability to recast Magic Missile. They're both going to be at first level.
What's that sorcerer ability for people that don't know?
So Font of Magic, I have 11 sorcery points. I can use them for many different things, but what I'm going to be using it for this time is that I could spend a sorcery point. The number of points I use is the spell level. So 2 sorcery points would be level 1 and so on and so forth.
And give me those damages.
Oh, wow. Maxing out. The first spell does 16 points of damage.
16, nice. Plus
An additional 14 points of damage as I open my large beak and shoot these green magic missiles from it. Hey, man, you don't gotta be such a dick about it.
So the one next to you now is about down to half size as it gets, it goes straight through and there's like a hole in it now that comes back together and reforms, but it's now smaller than it was. The ones near your friends get absolutely obliterated and smack into the wall and kind of get sucked back into the wall.
That is the end of my turn.
And that's going to go down to Trevor's turn.
The one by me is gone.
The one by you and the one you marked with your spell is gone.
Oh. Okay, sick. Thanks, Benji.
And I pull out I guess I like swap to my bow. And I'm just gonna fire two arrows at him.
Yeah, give me those hits.
But first, with another bonus action, I cast Hunter's Mark on. No, I'm just kidding. Ooh, because I don't need it, because that's a nat fucking 20.
Oh, beautiful.
And a 24.
Yeah, those both hit, and the first one's gonna be crit damage. So tell me what you get. This thing might be Gonzo.
So first one is 13 damage, and the second one is 8 damage. So 22 damage total.
You pull 2 out of your bow and you like put 2 in at the same time and kind of.
Don't worry, I got you, Benji.
And just fire off.
As they fly through, yeah, and go and splinter it down to this half-pint little monster. And it's really tiny and it's looking really bad, but it's still kicking. And now it's going to go back up to Santoon's turn. Santoon, take it away. Your friend's in trouble.
Oh, yeah. All right. How far is Benji? Can I get there? I'm pretty sure, right? Oh, my God. It's so far away.
You'd have to dash.
And if I dash, I could just only use my bonus action after. I can't attack.
Yeah,
right?
you could bonus action your sword. You couldn't bonus action like offhand, but you could bonus action floating sword, whatever it's called.
So I'll do my full dash, whatever action. Then I'll just dancing sword for now as a bonus action. Rolled a 20 to hit with the dancing sword.
Yeah, that hits. Do your damage.
11.
This thing is so tiny, but barely hanging on to a splinter as goes to you, Benji, who just got bit.
I look at my wounds and I go, well, that's not very nice of you. Let's turn up the heat. And I open my beak and I cast, I just use a cantrip. I use Firebolt. And that is surprisingly strong. I didn't realize how strong it was. It's 3d10.
Yeah, just roll to hit.
It's a 17.
Yeah, you look down and there's this tiny little splintered mimic going, and you just obliterate it with fire. And you hear, as you do this, you hear the house kind of moan. You hear this like low as the floorboards all shake and this thing splinters and kind of sinks back into the floor. As this happens, you're out of initiative, but what you see is down the hallway next to Trevor on the right side of the house, more of these splintery mimics start morphing and crawling out of the walls.
Guys, the things are kind of falling from the ceiling around me right now. I think we should probably run down the other hallway.
There's a hallway across from me, right?
Yeah, there is. And you see, I'm not going to put them all on, but you see about 20 of these splintery mimics that you just fought morph out of the wall, out of paintings. Paintings fall down and morph into painting mimics. You see like a cup on the ground turn into a tiny cup mimic, and these things are all moaning together.
I want to say something. I go, oh, I think it's time to make like an egg and scramble. And I run down to the other hallway.
As we run down the hallway, just real quick, I want to put my hand on Benji and cast a 2nd level Cure Wounds. And that's 11 HP back to you, Benji.
Ooh, I don't even need my inhaler.
And when you step into this hallway, it smells of old rotting ale and grandma's cookies. There's another smell in there you can't quite place, and all these splintery beasts start dashing at you, but you notice they all stop and kind of look at the coating on the floor. And you notice now when you're in this hallway that it's on the walls and the ceiling as well, almost like someone had painted it on. And these things kind of stop. They look around, almost like they can't see you. And after a minute, they all one by one start going back into the walls, into paintings, into cups, into chairs, into one was actually a skull on a skeleton. It keeps like changing, and they all kind of go back to normal. And then the house tremors and everything goes silent.
Do we see any doors in the hallway?
So in this hallway, there are 4 doors. There's one directly to your left, close to you when you get in the hallway, and one slightly farther on the right. There's also 2 all the way at the end of the hallway on the left and right.
Okay. So I think I just go, because I feel like I just kind of immediately open the door next to us. They go,
Guys, I think we should probably get in this one right here.
and I just fucking open the door.
So you go into the first door on your left, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, do we?
And I look at Dan in Discord to see what his fate. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, of course we go in the first door, being chased by a bunch of mimics.
This room is also coated with what? You don't know. You do know, though, that this is a kitchen. It looks pretty well kept. You remember everything in the central area, and that hallway down the other side of the house looked very decrepit and old, not to mention the skeletons everywhere. But in this room, it actually looks a little more normal. A lot of the chairs are broken and some stuff has deteriorated, but it's cleaner. And you do see, though, one skeleton in the center of the kitchen.
Do we notice any attributes of this skeleton?
Yeah, can we just go up and take a look at it?
Yeah, you can just take a look at it. You can all give me a perception check, an investigation check, rather.
Ooh, I'm proficient in
Say,
it.
what about investigation?
I got a 15.
Ooh, 15.
15, and
19.
perfect. So, Trevor, you realize that this skeleton has its arm reaching out towards something.
Oh my god.
A thing that's sitting about a foot away from the skeleton is a small potion bottle with purple swirling liquid. And clutched in its other hand is a piece of paper.
So I grab both at the same time.
Yeah, you just
Actually,
go down and grab
first I grab the vial because he's a greedy little piece of shit, and then he grabs the piece of paper because it's not as cool.
it. Yeah, you grab the vial and you grab the paper. And with the 19, you remember seeing a trail of paper in the outside hallway leading into this room, almost as if someone had been running with a journal of some sort. Some are soggy, some are dried up and decrepit, there are burn marks, a ton of watermarks, but you do make out a phrase from the paper that was clutched in the skeleton's hand. Is probably the only way. I still need 3 ingredients, but I ran out of blank. You can't kind of read the next few lines. Sunstone and crushed black pearl. With these 3 things, I can complete the spell, in quotations. I tried this morning, but there were too many. Hopefully I can sneak around after its next attack. It would be easier, but who knew it could make friends? That damn And then you see that the ink trails off and there's blood splattered across that section of the paper.
With that knowledge, can we... Okay, I obviously relay this back to the boys. And do we see anything else just kind of laying around in the room?
Initially, you see that there's 2 bags of flour that are kind of spilled out onto the floor, but there's nothing in the barrels, nothing on the counters anymore. There's like...
But we don't see like any of the ingredients that are listed on this thing?
No, you don't see anything directly. This is a pretty empty room. I mean, you look under the table, it's empty under the table. There's a rug, there are chairs, and it's clearly this guy's dining room and kitchen.
Tell the guys, all right, we got to figure out what this is. This guy seems like he maybe knew what he was doing. We should go check across the hall.
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. Let's go ahead and do it.
Everybody make me a perception check real quick.
A whopping 8.
17.
16.
As you look around the room, you realize that the window at the end of the dining room is open and one of the shutters is swinging lightly back and forth.
Uh-oh.
Up from the shadows at the end of the room, you see one of those scarecrows creep up and stare at you with its jack-o'-lantern eyes.
Oh, shit.
Everybody roll me initiative real quick.
Jeez.
19.
Oh, 11.
9.
All it means is you go last with that 9.
Ugh.
All right, think quick, Trevor. There's a scarecrow now in front of you.
I just kind of freak out and go,
Oh, shit, guys, another one.
and I just fired 2 shots off. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna use a luck point here. I just rolled that 1, so that's a
Reroll
17
that.
to hit, and then
17 will
that
hit.
is a 22 to hit.
Perfect. They both hit. Roll that damage real quick.
That is gonna be 17 damage, and then I leave the room. I use my movement to get the fuck out.
Be like, don't worry, guys. I hit it. I'm pretty sure I hit it. You guys can just do the rest.
And I go into the hallway to try to go across the doorway.
It looks injured, but it doesn't make any extra noise. It just keeps moaning. Benji, it's your turn.
I would like to take an action to make an insight check to see if the thing is actually hostile towards us. So that's a 16.
Yeah, so with a 16, you remember that this thing bit off Anson's hand, and it's probably hostile towards you.
Interesting.
You hear me yell from the hall,
Just get out here. Sammy can handle it.
Okay. See you later, Sammy. And I run through the door to catch up
Action
with.
surge, it's fine. He's been trying to use it.
no, I'm just kidding. Just metagame the fuck. No, I'm just kidding.
I go out to the hall to catch up with Trevor, and then my turn.
And then there were 2. This scarecrow kind of ragdoll steps forward, looks directly at Santoon with its jack-o'-lantern fiery eyes, points its twig-like finger towards our human fighter, and casts Firebolt. Does a 13 hit?
Nope.
And that thing goes zing right past you as the fire actually comes out of its jack-o'-lantern mouth and hits the wood behind you and splinters the wood behind you. But you notice that when the wood splinters, it doesn't sink into the floor or anywhere else. It does just stay splintered on the ground.
Off in the distance, you hear Drell really wishing that he got hit with an actual Eldritch Blast to, know how it feels.
It's my turn, right?
Sammy, how's it going in there?
My turn. And I run up to it and just lay into it with all I got.
It's just one-on-one.
Darn right.
Don't need no pals.
You know what? You may need to call some friends because make this a fair fight. You're right. All right, I got a 22, a 9, a 19.
And are you bonus actioning Dancing Sword?
Yes.
Yeah, 3 of those will hit.
And then a 20. Damage time. Bada bing, bada boo. So 6, 7, and 9.
This thing looks pretty hurt. It's not happy with that as you're swinging into it. It's going as fire is kind of bursting out of its jack-o'-lantern skull. And we're going to zoom back out to the hallway where Trevor is going to take his initiative.
And I look at Benji and go,
Let's go in here. Sammy can definitely handle that thing.
and I just open the door into the room across the hallway, fully realizing we just abandoned our friend in the other room with the scarecrow that fucking ate the arm of our
I got this.
our babysitter.
Of course, you walk into this room and you realize now that it's a guest room. Is there anything you'd like to do on your turn in this new room?
I guess I'll do a perception check of the room itself.
Do you just go into the entrance? Because you have a lot of movement.
Yes, I don't move far from the exit at all. I stand right there just in case I need to turn around.
Okay. And Tony, you can go on this turn since you're next.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and walk past Trevor. I take my enormous wing and I kind of face shove Trevor out of the way. Be like, "Come on, man, let me see what's inside. You'll be an ass." I walk into the room and I want to give a investigation check.
Great. So Trevor, you make your perception check first.
To 21.
Ooh, it's really good.
Investigation/perception check.
And then Tony, I just need you to tell me exactly what you're looking at.
I want to look at the bed.
Yeah, okay, so you go over to the bed. And as you're walking over the bed, I'm going to need both of you to make a stealth check with disadvantage.
Okay, so I get to roll it with advantage, so I roll it flat.
Yeah, those will cancel out.
I got a 12. Oh, I got a 14 actually.
I got a 25.
That was with disadvantage? Nah. That's good. So everything seems fine as you're walking around. When you get over to the bed frame, you don't see too much. There's obviously fluff from where bedding used to be. But as you're looking, Trevor does point out to you that there seems to be that sticky substance on the bottom of the fluff near the floor.
I point it like underneath the bed to Benji, and I'm like,
I'm pretty sure they're like plugging a hole right there. There's probably something under that bed right there. That'd be my guess. Benji, I'm just saying I probably would not go anywhere near that thing.
Oh, what? Should I look at what he's referring to a little bit closer?
Yeah, so you realize that this cotton is probably plugging up a hole of some kind in the floor, perchance. But we're going to whip pan back to our human fighter, Santoon, in the kitchen as he's fighting this scarecrow by himself. All right, Santoon, this scarecrow is going to hit you with a multi-attack, or at least try to.
Let's go. You won't even hit me.
So as this scarecrow comes after you, see it shake a little, and its hand contorts into a sickle.
Come on.
That's a 10.
Nope.
23.
Oh.
And a 24. So it hits you twice, dealing 20 damage.
Oh.
20 slashing damage with its decrepit sickle hand.
Okay. Oh.
And it's going to go back to your turn.
Sweet. I stab it some more.
I stab it some more.
Sa. There you go.
Yeah.
You take, I'm guessing, the 4 attacks you normally do?
I'm going to do 3.
Okay.
And then my bonus, I'm going to do something else.
Okay.
So I got a 23,
Yep.
an 18,
Yep.
and an 11.
That one will not hit. 2 of those hit.
Wow.
Roll me that damage real quick.
Okay, there's the damage.
14 damage.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to use second wind.
Nice. So you can roll that on your own, but as you're slashing into this, you start to realize that maybe this slashing damage is not doing as much as you thought it was. When you kind of cut through the straw of the scarecrow, the straw kind of forms back into itself. It's not like the mimics that go back into the house, but it goes back into itself and kind of re-heals itself after you slash it apart. So it only takes 7 of that 14 damage.
7 of the 14 damage. Ugh. Okay. In that case, I retreat.
If you retreat, it will get an opportunity attack.
I will. No, I'll stay. That's fine.
Okay, yeah, you stay right there as it moves back to the other 2. We go back into what looks like a guest room, and you are now able to do what you want with this. The bed frame's pushed aside, and there are these cotton things plugging a hole.
Okay, Benji, I'm being serious right now. I don't think we should probably, uncover the hole. I feel like people cover the hole for a reason. I'm just saying, man, it's up to you. You can do what you want. I'm just gonna maybe make my way into the hall.
And I fucking dash for the other door because
What?
I don't want to be a part of whatever he's gonna uncover.
Before
And
you do dash to the door, there is a mechanic in place. You both need to make me 2 stealth checks with disadvantage. Again, that cancels out for you.
17.
Oh, 18.
That's with disadvantage?
Yeah, I have +8 to stealth.
So do I. Dude, the +8 has been fucking pog, dude.
Yeah, everything seems okay.
Hey, Trevor, listen. Remember that shopping list that you read out loud? I think we gotta look around the house and we gotta try to find you.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna check the other room, okay?
And I fucking dash down the
Yeah, okay.
All right, and I unplugged the holes.
Yeah, you unplug the holes as Trevor runs.
I do, yes. I pull the cotton from its holes.
Yeah, you pull the cotton from the hole. It's just one big hole that has clearly been man-made and dug. It looks like it goes down under the foundation of the house. And it looks like that the inside of the hole is coated with that same substance from the left hallway.
So it's just a hole full of liquid?
No, it's coated, and it's like a hole that you could crawl through.
Hey, Trevor, I think we gotta go down his hole. Oh, he left. Okay.
I take a whiff of my inhaler and I go, okay. And I go down the hole.
Oh, yeah, okay, you jump in the hole as we whip pan back to Santoon. This scarecrow is looking very annoyed, and with the flick of its wrist, kind of like a butterfly knife, the sickle morphs back into a twig-like hand that reaches back and grabs a pole behind its shoulder. The pole comes up over its back revealing a giant sweeping blade as this scarecrow launches at you with a scythe.
Try it.
Oh, it definitely hits with a 25.
What in the hell?
And as it swings with its scythe, with one hand, it wields this giant scythe. It does a 180 and puts its hand at you and casts Burning Hands as a bonus attack.
I know that one.
I know that one.
I'm fond.
At what level, though?
At first level. Just,
Oh, okay. Well, then
Yeah.
it's not as scary.
yeah, so give me a dexterity saving throw if you could.
9.
That fails as you take
Of course.
7 more points of fire damage as from its hand, this cone of fire hits you right in the face. And yet again, we whip pan back to Trevor this time. Trevor, you went into, you just made it into the next room at the end of the hallway. And you're going to have to make me another stealth check.
Wait, so I'm still rolling with disadvantage?
Yes.
You guys hear this? This guy's kind of trying to bring me down. 17.
That's not going to do it. And Benji, make me a stealth check as you jump off the floorboards into the hole.
I got a nat 1.
What the fuck? No! We're split up. You're not supposed to roll that, dude.
Oh, wow.
We're split up.
This is every horror movie ever. We're in a
Yes.
Scooby-Doo adventure right now.
As you jump off the floorboards into this hole, you will take one opportunity attack as you see this tremor-like, snake-like plank of wood morph into teeth and go to try and attack you.
Oh, God.
I just want to say it's serendipitous if you go out by a tentacle. Like, I'm just going to say, if you die by a tentacle, it's just...
13. Does a 13 hit?
That's right on the money, but I'm
Really?
going to use a reaction spell. I'm going to cast shield.
Then, this thing goes to hit you, and you panic at the last second, and roleplay that out as this thing tries to attack you as you're jumping in this hole.
As I jump into the hole, I see this sharp teeth go at me, and I panic, and I go, ah! And then my entire body illuminates with this translucent shield, and it just binks off. Oh.
And like a hamster in a wheel, you roll down into this. You're also going to take an opportunity attack, Trevor. Does a 14 hit?
It does not.
How do I even begin to say what's happening?
Oh, fuck.
As our heroes are split up.
You all did what everybody knows not to do in a horror movie, and you all split up as you creak along these floorboards away from your friend Santoon. At the last second, as you jump down this hole, this thing comes up from the floorboards, another mimic creature, and tries to bite you, Benji, as you fall down into the depths of this hole that we don't know what's down there or where it goes. Trevor, as you walk into your room, you are met with a maze of crates in what appears to be a storeroom. 3 of them begin to change, and you realize that there is a mimic now looming behind you that once was a door. In the kitchen, all on his lonesome, Santoon looks into the fiery eyes of this menacing scarecrow as it grips its scythe tight, ready for another attack. And that is where we're gonna end this spooky dooky Halloween episode.
Fuck. I knew I shouldn't have listened to you guys and split up. We should have just stuck together.
I got left.
It
Okay.
literally blows my mind how fast you guys abandon each other, and it's just crazy to me.
I think the best part is you got to remember that we are now suddenly adults with still the minds of 8-year-old children.
Yes,
So he
yes,
just,
I love that so much.
Crammed.
So as you can tell, the DM here lied. We are yet again going to have to split up this episode into 2 parts. Had some technical difficulties at the beginning, and Tony just has a hard cut off that we need to kind of go through. But next time...
You can yell at my baby. If anyone has a problem, you can yell at her.
Yeah.
Yeah, yell at this man's baby.
Post a picture of the baby.
Are you going to be a person that would yell at a baby?
Would you yell at a baby?
Would you though?
Yeah, we're talking to you, Vulcan. You want to come at me on Twitter? Okay. You come at Tony's baby on Twitter. How about that? All right.
Do you guys have anything to say? Final thoughts before we head off?
I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm terrified. I'm shook. I went in a greasy hole. Phrasing. I am in a scary hole. Also phrasing.
I will say, I've got a little few bags of tricks up my sleeve. I'm going to see what I can do to get the fuck out of this room.
I'm excited.
All I gotta say is I still have all the candy.
That's true.
That is true.
With that being said, I hope that you all get treat yourself this Halloween. Buy yourself a bag of candy. Screw the kids out there trick or trolling. Get yourself a bag of Tootsie Pops or some
Snow caps.
Bag of candy corn. Enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying?
No, throw the candy corn away.
Eat it. I promise you.
Reese's all
You know
day.
what? You know what, Alec? I'm gonna go ahead and try some candy corn.
Just try it. Just try
I'm
it one
gonna
time.
record my reaction. I'll put it in the Discord.
But hey, join the Discord if you haven't already. All our socials are down below. Tony may not be there, I believe, because he has a hard cutoff. But two of the players are going to join me in an after show real quick to talk about what happened and what they think is going to happen next, and so on and so on and so on.
Yeah, when is part 2 gonna come out? Next year?
I think so. Yeah, I think about next October.
Next Halloween.
Next
Tune in,
Halloween,
part
baby.
2.
Let us know in the Discord. Actually, maybe we'll just release it midweek as a little bonus thing.
Who knows?
After this episode comes out. But anyways, happy Feast of the Moon. We will see you next time on DND404. Say goodbye, everybody.
Oh, boo.
Later.
Trick or treat.
Now it's time to thank our Patreon supporters, starting with the Sidja College alumni. First up is Ulrich Shieldust, who's just created the Chet Foundation to help teach inner city kids how to play music. Between that and his smithing work, Ulrich hasn't had time to do much else. However, he was approached by a giant snake recently who seemed lost. It slithered up to Ulrich with nothing but a crude drawing of a boulder, a hunk of ivory, and village houses. He didn't know what that snake wanted, but fit him with a nice metal helmet. Artemis, head RA of the Alchemist Dormitory, has been awarded Employee of the Month over at the Sidja College. He has broken various records such as longest time gone without accidents and most students disciplined within their first month of work. Artemis is dealing with some controversy, however, after a reporter published statements from various students saying things like, "The new RA threatened to break my kneecaps if I was caught out after curfew again." But that's probably nothing more than libel. Do you know what Alara Dawnstar is doing right now? Neither do we, because monks of the astral cranes of the Copper Mountains ain't no snitches. Rumors have made it around that she is one of the most powerful monks in her division, at her age, in her weight class on this side of the mountain. Someone told me recently they saw Alara riding a four-headed hydra in the Kambuki Isles, but that can't be true. That multi-headed hydra is nothing more than a story told to scare children. Right? Marcus Rico, shameful alumni of the Sidja College, was caught stealing candy from a baby. Again. Lord Baron has sent many guards after the man and has promised mothers all over that their candy will remain safe moving forward. But Marcus Sweettooth knows no bounds. What will he get up to next? And now it's time for Humbrea's heroes. Alex Dredd is still searching for that Hydra, but got sidetracked helping 20 grandmothers cross a busy road. What a noble guy. Man with Glass has decided to represent himself in the upcoming trial after stealing alchemy supplies from the Sidja College. Perhaps he should plead psychic damage. Pascal Elliott, aka Charcoal Darts, was almost finished with her mural in the city of Dillmore, but requested 2 more weeks to get Trace Buge's armor just right. That'll do it this week for our Patreon subscribers. If you'd like to hear your name shouted out here with your own unique little story, why don't you go on over to patreon.com/DND404 and join the crew. See you next time, everybody.